Hey, and welcome. Today, we are diving into something that's on every new parent's mind: what to feed your little one. We're going to count down the top 10 absolute best purees for boosting your baby's brain, right from 6 to 10 months old. So, whether you're just dipping your toes into the world of solids or you're just hunting for some fresh ideas, you're in the right place.
Okay, so let's just cut to the chase. What is the single best food for your baby's growing brain? I mean, if you could only pick one, what would it be? Well, stick with me because we are absolutely going to find out the answer by the end of this. For every single puree on our countdown, we're going to cover three things: what it does for their brain, a super quick prep tip, and this is a big one, the most common mistake to avoid so you can get it right the first time. All right, let's kick things off at number 10 with a classic, the carrot. You really can't go wrong here. It's a perfect first food, because it's naturally sweet, and it is just loaded with beta-carotene. Now, what's so great about that? Well, your baby's body takes that beta-carotene and turns it into vitamin A, and that's absolutely critical for their eyesight and building up a strong immune system. Okay, now listen up. This is a super important tip for getting it right. You want to steam your carrots, always. Why? Because if you boil them, you could literally be pouring up to half of their amazing nutrients right down the drain. Steaming, though, that locks in all that goodness right where your baby needs it.
All right, coming in hot at number 9, we've got apple puree. Think about it. As you start introducing all these new foods, your baby's little tummy is working overtime. Apples have this amazing gentle fiber that's just fantastic for keeping everything, well, moving along smoothly.
And here is a golden rule for pretty much all baby food. Keep it pure. No need to add sugar or even cinnamon. Honestly, the apple is plenty sweet all on its own. If you start adding stuff now, you're basically training their little taste buds to want that artificial sweetness down the road. Just let them love the real flavor. Sliding into the number 8 spot is the mighty green pea. And seriously, do not sleep on this little green powerhouse. Peas are one of the best sources of plant-based protein you can give your baby, and that protein is the literal building block for their brain and their muscles. Okay, this next part is a critical safety tip, and you'd be surprised how many people skip it. After you blend the peas, you have got to strain the puree through a fine mesh sieve. You have to. Why? Those little outer skins can be a serious choking hazard for a tiny baby. I know it's an extra step, but trust me, it's totally non-negotiable. All right, on to number 7, which is basically every busy parent's best friend, the banana. I mean, no cooking required. How great is that? Plus, they're loaded with potassium and vitamin B6, which is huge because it helps their brain's communication system, the neurotransmitters, fire on all cylinders. But there's a little catch with bananas. They can be, well, binding. So if you notice your baby's a little backed up, you might want to pull back on the bananas to just a couple times a week. The trick is to balance it out with something high in fiber, like a pear puree or even those pea purees we just talked about. It's all about balance. At number 6, we have the amazing sweet potato. And let me tell you, this is hands down one of the most nutrient-packed foods on this entire list. It's got everything: sustained energy from those good complex carbs, vitamin C to boost their immune system, and that super important vitamin B6 for brain health. It really is a superfood. And you want the ultimate time-saving hack? I know you do. This one's a game changer. Make a big batch of sweet potato puree and then freeze it in ice cube trays. Bam! Each little cube is a perfect single serving you can just pop out and warm up. Seriously, this little trick will save you so much time every single week. Okay, we are officially halfway through, and you are definitely going to want to lean in for this next part. Because the top 5 purees we're about to cover, these are the ones that most parents completely miss. And honestly, they're the real game changers for your baby's brain. All right, kicking off our top 5 with broccoli. And I know what you're thinking. Broccoli? Really? But yes, babies can absolutely learn to love it, I promise. And it's so worth it because broccoli is packed with folate and this amazing compound called sulforaphanine. And get this, research shows it directly helps their little brain cells develop properly. So what do you do when your baby makes that classic yuck face and pushes the spoon away? Here's the secret. You don't give up. This is so important. Did you know it can take up to 15 times, 15, of offering a new food before a baby might accept it? The key is just to stay cool, calm, and keep offering it consistently. Okay, moving on to number 4, an unsung hero of the puree world, butternut squash.
This stuff is amazing. It's loaded with magnesium, which is so important for nerve function, and you're gonna love this, sleep regulation. Yep, you heard that right. What your baby eats can actually help them sleep better.
Now, for the absolute best flavor, you've got to roast the butternut squash. Don't steam it, roast it. When you roast it, it brings out all this deep, natural sweetness that babies just go crazy for. Oh, and a quick pro tip. Always use fresh squash. The canned stuff can have a ton of added sodium that your baby's little system just does not need.
Cracking the top 3, we have a tropical powerhouse, mango. A lot of people skip over mango, and that's a huge mistake. It is packed with folate, which is absolutely essential for DNA synthesis and that crucial early neural development.
Okay, the number one rule with mango is ripeness. It has to be ripe. I mean, you have to use a fully ripe one. If it's unripe, it's way too tough and acidic for their sensitive little stomach. So if you're not sure, just wait another day. It's worth it.
All right, we're here, number 2. And this one is non-negotiable. It's avocado. Why is it so important? Fat. Healthy fats. We've been taught to fear fat, but for babies, it's essential fuel. I mean, their brain is nearly 60% fat, and it literally doubles in size in just the first year. Think about that.
And that is exactly why you shouldn't wait to introduce avocado. Don't put it in that exotic food category to try later. No way. Their brain needs those healthy fats to fuel that insane growth right from the very beginning. You can, and you absolutely should, introduce it as early as 6 months. Okay, are you ready? The moment we have all been waiting for. The number one, the absolute ultimate brain-boosting puree you can give your baby is...
It's actually a combination. Salmon and sweet potato. This pair is just unbeatable. The salmon gives them these crucial brain-building blocks, and then the sweet potato comes in with those complex carbs that actually help the brain absorb and use all those nutrients from the fish. It's the perfect team.
So what's the magic ingredient in salmon? It's something called DHA. DHA is literally what your baby's brain and eyes are made of. And check this out. Studies have shown that babies who get more DHA actually score higher on cognitive tests by the time they're 4 years old. That is powerful stuff. Okay, so before we wrap up, let's just go over the 3 golden rules that apply to any new food you introduce. First, 1 new food at a time. That's it. Second, wait 3 to 5 days before trying something else. This lets you watch for any reactions. And third, never, ever, ever add salt, sugar, or honey to their food. Period. And there you have it, the complete countdown. You are now officially armed with the top 10 science-backed purees to give your baby the best possible start. So the only real question left is, which one are you going to make first?